The urgent need for forest conservation, why we must act now. As the world grapples with the devastating consequences of climate change, deforestation and biodiversity loss, it is imperative that we prioritize forest conservation. Despite the numerous benefits of forests, including their role in regulating the climate, supporting biodiversity and providing ecosystem services, forests continue to be destroyed at an alarming rate. The time for debate is over. We must take immediate action to conserve our forests. One of the most compelling arguments for forest conservation is the critical role they play in regulating the climate. Forests absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps to mitigate the effects of climate change. In fact, it is estimated that forests absorb up to 25% of all carbon dioxide emissions released into the atmosphere. If we fail to protect these forests, the consequences for our planet will be dire. Rising temperatures, more frequent natural disasters, and unpredictable weather patterns will have devastating impacts on ecosystems, human health, and the economy. Furthermore, forests are essential for supporting biodiversity. They provide habitat for countless species of plants and animals, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. The destruction of forests has already led to the extinction of countless species, and if we do not take action to protect these ecosystems, we risk losing even more irreplaceable species. This loss of biodiversity has far-reaching consequences, including the potential disruption of ecosystems and the loss of potential medicines and food sources. In addition to their environmental benefits, forests also provide essential ecosystem services that support human well-being. Forests help to regulate water cycles, prevent soil erosion, and provide clean air and water. They also support sustainable agriculture and forestry practices, providing a vital source of income for many communities. Despite these benefits, forests continue to be destroyed at an alarming rate. It is estimated that up to 15% of all forests are lost each year, with much of this destruction driven by human activities such as agriculture, urbanization, and logging. The consequences of this destruction are far-reaching and devastating. Not only do we risk losing irreplaceable ecosystems and species, but we also risk exacerbating climate change and disrupting global food systems. So what can we do to address this crisis? First and foremost, we must prioritize forest conservation by protecting existing forests from destruction and promoting sustainable forestry practices. This can be achieved through a combination of government policies, international agreements, and community-led initiatives. We must also support research into forest conservation and restoration techniques, as well as efforts to promote sustainable land use practices. In conclusion, forest conservation is no longer a luxury we can afford to ignore. The benefits of these ecosystems are too great to risk losing them forever. We must take immediate action to protect our forests, not just for the sake of the environment, but for our own well-being and future prosperity.